Hi, I'm Brad Knowles, producer of Friday Night Flies, hosted by Scott LeBoldus and Scotty Holmes. Enjoy the show. Oh, there's Scotty Holmes somewhat. Nope, I need the top camera. Holy.
Where does it need to go?
Gotta go that way. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, sit up. And down just a smidgen. Hey, we're in the Friday Night Flies headquarters, live studio.
We're on?
We're live. We're live.
Hi. Hi, well,
Hey, don't mess around.
Welcome to Friday
Don't
Night
mess
Flies.
around
Yeah,
there,
so Brad started things a little bit prematurely tonight. It's he said we're going, and none of the cameras were even set up yet. So
No messing around.
no messing around. Yeah, we're trying to get that second show going. Zach did a great job on the first show. Loved that. Loved it.
What we're talking about it. Cody Fisher.
Oh, and you know, congratulations to Cody Fisher. That was my favorite.
What do you got going for us tonight? We got this the Baconator, I think it's called.
Yeah, the Baconator. That was Rick's name, and I like it. I was gonna call it the purple pork butt. No, the purple butt pork fly. But
Yeah, it's another butt juice.
yeah, another butt juice fly. It was when the contest went on, I didn't have time to get involved in the contest, but I decided that I had to try and go on the same parameters. And
We've seen all those beautiful flies coming.
yeah, again,
yeah. Hey, feeling left out.
Feeling kind of left out. Yeah, that was the whole thing. Feeling really left out. So yeah, I put together a couple flies. I've just been going through with the.
You got to show them what you're tying.
Okay, well,
you show us that pork, man. Show us the pork.
the pork where like take
the hide that you got.
are you on the upper camera?
Yeah, we're still on the upper. You got that big chunk of.
Oh, okay, yeah, the wild boar. Okay.
I've never even seen that. Have you ever tied with this before?
Well, these are the first two flies. This is the third, so.
I could see that working really good with.
Well, you know what it is. If you look,
course.
like and not only that, as you when you see in the description, the dubbing comes from the back of the hide. It's this. I can't even like. It's kind of like a goat, or it's like a weird kind of hair.
Angora.
Yeah.
Okay, well here, let's go down.
Okay.
We'll have a look at your fly.
Okay.
It's madly out of focus, and what we're gonna have to do is pull your fly toward me just a smidge-a-rooney. Keep coming this way just a little bit. That's pretty centered right there. Actually.
Okay, nice. Okay, good.
So I just got to get the configuration to make sure that everything's in focus. Focus is key. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, well,
Now.
I'm grooving to Scotty's phone music right now. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, you can give it a slow roll, man. Let's see what this
okay,
thing's
let's
got.
do that. Yeah, good idea.
Look at that beautiful
Okay.
fly, my man.
So, it's a little bit more material than the other guys were using. Like Cody Fisher's was pretty simple, and he stuck pretty much to the plan, which was just.
Yeah.
What was it? A single marabou feather?
Oh man, I'd have to go through the rules, but yeah, it was a single marabou feather, a tail that had to have a body and a dubbing thorax,
And a dubbing.
mallard flank collar. Other than that, man, it's wide open.
Okay, so I have the mallard flank collar, and but I added on a few different things. I added on some of these fibers from the wild boar. They're very stiff, like you can see.
Yeah.
Like you can see how stiff that is.
You're gonna have to leave a little bit of that with me, man. I could see that working. Really
You can break them down as I tie this. You'll see I'll pull off a couple fibers, and then you can break them down so that it's not just one big stiff piece. It's multiple. They tend to break off uneven, but they're definitely usable all the way along, right?
You know what? It kind of come in handy, kind of like Lady Amherst in a sense, where Lady Amherst keeps your fly from collapsing.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You know what I mean? That'll still give you the same structure.
No, it's going to give you a lot of structure to your fly, for sure.
I'm excited. Okay, let's get this fly
Okay, let's get going, yeah, because it isn't a hard fly to tie, but there's steps, so it takes a bit of time. And right now, my vice, I'm in desperate need of a new set of jaws.
Which
Like I can just replace this piece here. I can just replace that.
Yeah, which is that? That's the
This is the
Renzetti.
Renzetti Presentation 3000, I think it is. Could be the 2000 or the 3000. Okay. So, there we go. We're going to start off with our thread.
Does anybody check the audio to make sure we're good here? Can you check the audio on the... That's UFC in the background here, dropping it like it's hot.
Get our thread on here. This is all I had. Purple. I probably could have gone to a 3/0 for the amount of tying that I actually am going to tie things on with. But that's a 6/0, so covering the body is a little bit slow. And I like this flash boob. I'm using this. I wish I had Krelex in purple. I would have really liked to have. All I have Krelex in is in 2 colors, in red and in sort of copper, the one that I tied. So, but I'm going to use this flash boob instead. It still has the same kind of properties as the Krelex.
On my computer, it's about 80.
And the nice thing about it, using this as a tail, is that if it's too long, you can just cut it. So get a nice little clump of that. Flash-a-boo. I'm going to trim it up. Okay.
It's always a fun night in the studio, man. You know, we had a ton of people come in that just wanted to tie with us tonight.
Really?
Yeah, there was like there was 4 or 5 guys that came in. They brought their own vices. They just weren't really sure what Friday Night Flies was. I'm like, it's an online. Unless you want to tie online, and we're always welcoming people in here. If you've got a hot pattern, bring it in. Share it with us.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of guys when we first showed up in here, right? Oh.
There was, yeah.
Okay, so we got our tail on there.
Huh?
The old sausage party.
Sausage?
Schnitzel out.
Vienna Schnitzel.
Okay, and then now we're gonna put on our holographic tinsel in fuchsia. I really like this color. You actually need a pretty long piece. That's a pretty long hook. Just catch that. And then our wire. Okay, well, the fly that I showed you had blue wire. I forgot my blue wire. I grabbed more holographic tinsel instead where I thought it was wire, because I was in a hurry. So I had to buy some wire, support Brad's store.
No. He's pacing the floor
Okay.
over there. You notice that?
And we're going to tie that on. Oh.
You should call her.
I think she
No.
showed up. Just because the door was locked, right? That's why I'm holding it.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I got keys over here.
Keep it on top.
Why don't you guys stick around and go for dinner with us after?
And this is a medium wire. The other one I tied was with a small wire, but Bradley doesn't have any small wire. Well, in a reasonable color. I like the blue. Scotty said there'd be a cold day in hell before you'd ever see Brad using blue wire.
No blue wire here.
No blue wire here, yeah. Okay, so then we're going to wrap forward.
Troy's like, where are we going for dinner? Alright, man. Everyone is welcome to join us tonight for dinner. Where are we going, Scotty? Are we going over to the usual?
I guess so.
What's the name of that place? I can't even remember.
The station?
Oh, we're going over to the station.
Portage Station.
Yeah, are you coming?
No, I'm spending the night with my wife. My daughter is away on a ski trip.
Buddy, that's enough said. We don't even want to hear the rest of this.
Okay, yeah.
We know where
sorry.
it's going. Nowhere.
See, I'm moving my vice.
It'd be like popcorn watching TV. Probably end up giving your wife a foot rub or something.
If she's lucky, yes. Because she's got a sore foot.
Well, there you go.
Because she does have a sore foot. That's so funny, eh?
I nailed that one.
Yeah, you did. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to wrap up our tinsel. Not a lot of body to this. It's a Spey fly. So it's all in the wing here. Yeah, don't do that.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah. And it went all the way back to the beginning, so I'll start it again.
So I guess you're not tying a fly tonight then, eh, Rick?
Are you bugging Rick to tie fly? So we're wrapping this up.
No, I was just in disbelief. Guys, all about time flies.
Tying flies and
But is he?
swinging gear. That's Rick's thing. No?
Man, that's...
Where's he gone?
I'll tell you one thing, my man. That
Oh, he's
fly is electric.
I like this shisha.
I do too, man. It looks
I
good.
really do. It's
Just
really...
the way that light is hitting that body right now. Damn.
Yeah, super nice. Okay, so...
Do you ever put solar res or anything over top of that?
You could.
Yeah.
Definitely, if you wanted. I mean...
Armor.
If you, I guess if you know, if you're gonna do show quality, like this is to fish. This isn't.
I now see why you're saying about the blue wire.
Yeah, it's definitely. But yeah, I gotta have wire.
Or black. Black would even be
Yeah, black would be good, but it's too late now because it's tied in. I mean, we could change it if you want, but.
Scrambling after the shit.
Reality being, you barely see. It never hurts. Red never hurts.
No.
Okay. We got rid of the wire. Okay, so now we're gonna build our head. We're gonna make a dubbing loop. Small dubbing loop because you don't need a whole bunch of material. Okay, there we go.
It's like a Chinese finger trap.
Oh,
Put
you're
it
watching
in
that,
the
are you?
Yeah.
It's not coming.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do,
Keep it together.
so you can sort of see all the. Can you see that?
Yeah. Hold on. What were you wanting to do here?
Well, I'm just showing you the
yeah,
fiber.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this is the stuff that I'm going to use for the dubbing. Okay, and basically what you do is you just sort of pull it out.
Oh, we have a guest here, Sandy. She's gonna tie a fly tonight.
First ever on TV, second ever.
And then I'm just going to clip off a bit. It's going to give
You
me
got
a clump.
Pink fly. That was.
I'm going to
stunning.
strip off the fibers, and I sort of end up with a pile of dubbing,
Even that.
and then a pile of fibers.
Tied together.
And if you look real closely, there's one fiber. So you look at it. See how it's splitting? Can you see that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Looks good.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, it's just stuff that's going on in the background here.
Ah, okay.
Laughing at me, struggling.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the focus point is right at the fly. So if you're wanting to show something, it's right at the fly.
Okay. Well, dubbing.
That's it. Looks good, my man.
Okay. So we're gonna put this.
We'll just describe it. That'd be different. I haven't done that.
Be the teacher.
Okay.
In the dubbing loop. We're gonna grab a little bit more. I don't want to cut all those fibers. I'm just trying to steal a little bit from the backside.
I've never even heard of wild boar. That's wild boar?
That's wild boar, yeah.
Man, it's good to see that they're using that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I know, like in southern states of America, they're actually a problem, and they just knock their numbers back and put them in a hole.
Yeah, they
and
kill
that's
them.
it.
Yeah, they just shoot them.
Feral pigs are like a no joke down south. So it's nice to see that they're actually doing something with these hides.
Yeah, I agree. And they're killing the pigs that are a pain in the butt, right? Like,
Yeah. I mean, what else would you use that hair for, really? That cape. I mean, that's kind of freaky stuff. It wouldn't make a good... Well, maybe it would make a good jacket, but I don't think so.
yeah, I was talking to a friend today, and it says it kind of reminds me of my first time I ever went on an elephant. Like, have you ever been on an elephant?
I've never... Well, I've seen elephants in, like, the zoo, but I've never had the opportunity
You've never ridden on an elephant?
No,
Okay,
hell no.
when you ride on an elephant, when you sit on the elephant, they have all these stiff hair coming out of it, and it's like it's hard to sit on. And the first time I ever went on an elephant, I was probably like 10 or 12 years old, something like that. And I was like, it was a cheap, like at the carny or whatever, you know, and they throw you on this elephant, and there wasn't a saddle or anything like that. I went on it later, and so I'm sitting on all these really stiff fibers, and I'm like, get me the hell off this thing.
Yeah, that was part of the ride, man. They
Yeah.
probably shave it short so that it was really uncomfortable, so you wanted to get off of it. Next.
And then you're done, yeah. Like, get
You
me
come
the
up with
heck
this
off
real
there.
bad
Yeah,
rash.
so,
I get it. Yeah.
okay,
Nothing worse than an elephant rash.
Scotty, did you take the Brad's handy dandy?
Velcro strip?
Yeah. I don't need to brush it much, so it'll be fine. So, yeah, and then I'm just going to brush it out just a little bit. There's some weird little, I think there's skin bits that are in there as well.
Yes.
Skin bits. So then I'm going to wrap the
Dude, that
the
is
bowl.
some cool dubbing.
Pretty cool, eh?
Yeah. I mean, I think if you mix that with like a semi-synthetic or something like that, like make it a semi-synthetic, it might be pretty amazing. But that's
It reminds me of seal dubbing. Seal dubbing, that's what it reminds me of.
I'm kind of curious as to how that's going to brush out. I want to see what it looks like when it's brushed out.
Okay, well, I'm using
Oh, you're not going to brush it up.
not a lot. I want it to just support the feathers. Is what it's there for.
Keep it from collapsing.
Keeping them from collapsing, yeah. Okay, we're locked in there.
That door.
So with the marabou, it was a single piece of marabou, right?
One piece, yeah.
One piece. And with your fly, did you tie the whole, or did you strip down to half?
Oh god, that's a.
Because the first one I tied, which is this
Oh,
fly.
you were there, Scotty. I think I used the whole.
You teared it.
Oh, I did tear it? No, that was on the.
Have you seen that other fly that I tied? I was here a minute ago. I think
It's right under your visor, man. Right dead center, right there.
No. Oh well.
It's right here.
No. Okay. Yeah. There it is. There. Okay. So this one here, I stripped that one down. This is kind of a different version of the same fly, and it just shows you like that. That was the great thing about this challenge is that there's just so many variations that you can tie on that fly. You know, it's a bomber pattern. Scotty, can you please pass me the purple marabou that's in my tie box, please?
Purple.
Is that possible?
Yep.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna tie on our marabou next. I'm gonna look for something a little bit more supple because I'm not gonna take it down to half. I'm gonna use the whole piece. So usually I have all this stuff 100% ready, Brad, but the thing is,
We're rushing it.
well, yeah, we didn't even get a chance. I was getting my stuff out, and you're like, we're live.
No messing around, buddy.
So I didn't get a chance to brush this piece
and
out.
go.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so I'm definitely not using the whole thing. It's going to be too stiff down there anyway, so we might as well get it out of our way.
So what have you been up to, man? It's been a while since you've been on a show. You're just working like a dog?
Yeah, I mean, the wintertime, that's my my busier season of the two. I mean, both summer and winter are busy.
How's it been in Whistler? Has it been busy?
Oh, yeah. It's been crazy. Yeah. I mean, and you just, every weekend it's an event. I mean, Scotty's down there as well. You see, like this weekend is Gay Pride Week in Whistler.
Wicked.
Actually, one of my favorite weeks of the year because they're good customers, they spend lots of money, and they're happy. You know, you guys were talking earlier about always having people to deal with people, and sometimes you just can't make people happy. Well, this is a good week. People, they seem to be
easy to deal with,
and just happy to be there and happy to be having fun. So, and that's kind of what I do. Is
yeah, you're in the hospitality business. Right?
Yeah. So, okay. So we're gonna tie our marabou. I was just gonna say, last night, my head on the fly that I tied, I think, is a little bit too far forward or too far back, and I think this one's gonna come too far forward now.
Why is it always the hackle pliers that go missing?
They're okay.
Okay.
Do you need them?
No, not at the moment. No.
They're just sitting beside the light here.
I put them in there last week. I put them back.
Somebody's been using them.
I put them back, I swear.
I got my whip finisher back.
Where was it?
I walked out of here with Johnny. I knew it could only be 3 of us.
And now I know why he was lazy. I wouldn't let him walk around town alone either.
Okay. I have to back wrap a little bit. I've crowded my head.
Ooh, where are you going? I like it, huh? Creative, man. I was gonna like that shit.
Okay, so now we got our marabou on there. And then the next step is
Knock out the door.
to put on this boar. Well, I got some already. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is try to find some that are around the right length.
Well, that's got a recipe, man.
And I'm gonna start tying them
I
in.
need the recipe.
I'm gonna use a little trick that I learned from a fly tying clinic
No, I've already got his.
Okay.
I need yours.
Yeah.
from April Volke. And what she told us was this, is that what you do in situations when you're tying at the end of your fly and you want to tie on them, like things, and she was using Lady Amherst and different products like that. So what she does is she puts them all on, and each time she ties a new fiber on, she uses 3 wraps.
Pinch them all.
Yeah, and pinch them on. And then at the end, you hold it, you pinch it, and you go and you unwrap however many fibers you put on. So if you put on 6 or 8 things times 3 is 24. You unwrap it, 24 wraps, and then you go back and you can just tidy up and not have, I mean, and again, you don't have to do, I don't do it exactly like that. It reduces the bulk. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's one way to do it. And what, you just pinch it on?
Yeah, you just pinch off, you hold your fly. I'll show you in a minute.
Yeah, I've
So
never
you
seen
know
that.
how I have pink going all the way around?
Yeah.
So she'll like do one bit, 1, 2, 3. Next one, 1, 2, 3. Next one, 1, 2, 3. And then hold it all and go one backwards. 1, 2, 3,
Wow.
4, 5, 6, 7,
And that
8,
takes the
9.
bulk out of it.
And just keep it there and then tie it all in
Oh,
at once.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's how you did that all these years. Kept it a secret.
Yeah, I was down at a Spey festival in Squamish.
That's a trick. Hey, you learned it here.
Well, you learned it from April Volke. Probably everybody that's watching the show has probably listened to April Volke too.
I just learned something today.
So yeah, it's a little bit tedious tying these things in. It's just kind of one after another. But I love these fibers. They're stiff. They're gonna push water. They're not super noticeable. It's not like you can it's not like the Lady Amherst, which is just gonna stand out and you're gonna go, oh my god, that's so beautiful. It's not that kind of fiber. So we're missing a couple on the opposite side from the camera. We'll put one on there. And I want most of these to end in and around the end of the tail, possibly just before. Put in one more. Okay, so those are all on there. So what I'm going to do, and it doesn't necessarily work every time. Let's just put that out there. Sometimes things just fall off, so be prepared. I'm just going to trim them a little bit. I will trim them one more time. So I'm going to pinch it and just start unwrapping. And this is where if you had an automatic bobbin, it would definitely help, but
Jesus, look at how much thread you saved yourself.
it's not so much that, it's bulk, because I want to put Lady Amherst on, and I'm going to do that the exact same way. Okay. So now I'm just going to trim up a little bit. And we're just going to do a nice little done. Okay, so there we go. A lot less bulk.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But we need to get rid of the rest of that the ends of these fibers. Scotty's super busy here. He's getting his fly ready. Okay, so now we're going to put on a little bit of this Lady Amherst.
Johnny Horner said he was at that seminar when she put it on.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was down at the Fergie's in Squamish. When we used to have the Spey Festival in Squamish.
What was that called? The Cast and Blast?
Yeah, Cast and Blast. Yeah, it was lots of fun, you know. I went to 3 of them. There's always one of my favorite parts was there was a guy that works down at my fly shop down in Vancouver, Michael and Young, and his name's Tim, and he does Spey casting, distance Spey casting.
Yep.
And they do a seminar there and they show everybody. But yeah, watching these guys huck flies like 160, 180 feet in one motion is pretty amazing.
I can do that.
Oh yeah. You definitely could.
With a single hand.
with a single hand. See any more? Oh yeah, I'll put a couple more on. I like the way that the white breaks up the pattern a little bit. It's a little purple.
Yeah, it does, man. It gives it some depth.
I think I'm gonna tie this. I'm gonna use the blue mallard flank, the Kingfisher blue. Okay, that's good enough. But I think, you know, tying it in a natural would be good too as well. Like a natural mallard flank, I think that would work. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna leave those on. I don't want them to fall off. So we're gonna unwrap. And you don't have to take it. I mean, you can count your fibers if you want and your turns and stuff. I mean, for me, the idea is that I get it back. I take a whole bunch of wraps off there. It's not perfect. And it's probably not back. I probably put more wraps on than I took off, but at the same point. Oh, that wasn't good. And then I'll just go through and trim them. Okay, so now for the final ingredient. And I don't even know whether I like the mallard flank on here, but I had to have it on the fly, so I put it on. I could fish it just like that and be happy, I think.
Baconator. I love that, man. That's funny. That's a great name. It's probably trademarked, but we'll find out soon enough.
The Baconator? Facebook will let us know.
Oh yeah, it'll let us know. Soon
Okay.
enough.
So we're gonna we want to lock that feather in there, make sure that it's not gonna come out. Okay. And you know, if you wanted to, you could add on some more material. The one thing I would thinking that I would like to add to this fly that I think would give it a lot more depth, or a lot better, not a lot better, but a better swimming pattern would be to add a little bit of Rhea in there.
Rhea, yeah.
Rhea, yeah. Like I think Rhea would really help.
That's coming together really nice, God.
What's that?
That's coming together real nice, my man. We missed you. Your fans have missed you. We gotta get you coming out here a little bit more regular. You know? I know you're a busy man. You're a man of high demand.
Well, I love time flies, and I mean, I love the show. We've done it for a long time, and it's a lot of fun.
It shows, and you're good at it too, my man.
So you can't use solar res in the room with you, Scotty, or you react, or how does that work?
Well, you can.
When you pop it, I'm not going to be standing right here.
Oh, so it's when you pop the stuff, eh? That's what happens?
I don't know. I'm not testing it out.
No doubt. I saw your face. My gosh.
Again? No.
I found the picture.
Yeah, I know, but that wasn't last week. You were playing with
but
it.
I was
A little itchy?
fucking tingly all night. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I had that reaction when I was doing all those cutthroat minnows, where we were doing
Full body.
the full body, yeah. And I was when we were guiding, and so I was making 30 of them a night.
Yeah. That's scary, dude.
Okay, you got it. tidy up this head. So we get a good Soul Res bead look out of it when we do it with. So you haven't stopped using it yet, Scotty? No? You're still using it?
A little bit. It's really hard not to.
Oh,
It's
God, no.
like
You know what?
I've never had anything that finishes so well.
I got a bunch of new
Yeah,
stuff
I
too.
agree.
So maybe their new stuff isn't got.
Yeah, I've heard there's another product that's
That's
trying
what-
to create a safer bone dry.
That's
kind
what
of.
Deb Pascal was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're pretty much there. I think I used it and used all the stuff I said I was going to use. We'll go with that. Let's see. Got stuff all over my hands. Yeah.
Is that the winning ticket, my man?
That's pretty close, yeah. But what it needs is a little bit of bone dry. You want it?
Okay.
I'm all good?
Yeah, go for it.
Holy Jesus. You got your epi? You come time with your EpiPen. It's nothing that's good swift kick in the you know what.
Right in the nutsack.
He's back! He's back! I'm back! Yes, I am! I'm back! You gotta rattle it on the inside of the bottle. That can has had some mileage. It's amazing how that stuff just makes a head of a fly come to life.
Yeah, well, it takes it to another level, right? I'm taking this flashes, Scotty.
I haven't charged that battery in over a month.
It's not very bright.
Buddy, it's brighter than my future. And that's pretty bright.
Okay, one. I'm just gonna do a little bit more.
It is bright.
Oh, there it smoked. Oops.
Crazy how UV that stuff is.
Well, you know what's really funny? Like, I didn't use bone dry. I used a different one at my house. I used the thin, I think it was. And the thin, like, you see how it's picking up the different sort of thread in there? At the house, it doesn't. It looks like that thread looks just straight purple. This is showing like red and...
I got that thing here if you want thin.
You can't see it.
No, it looks good, man.
Under the light, you can see it. That's about it. Okay.
Okay, my man, you got to give that thing a slow roll.
Okay, there we go. Ready?
Slow roll.
Automated.
I needed to add some music to that.
Yeah, I like it better with the blue wire. For sure. There you go.
Okay, let's go up top, man.
The Baconator. For now.
Who came up with that name? That was Ricky, right?
Yeah, that was Rick's name.
Rick,
Okay.
comes up with another solid
Yeah,
name.
well, that's the thing. I have a hard time naming some of the original flags that we tie and some of the things that, you know, like, there's so many streamer patterns, and yes, it's similar to something else, but it could be very much your own. So, yeah, coming up with different names all the time, that's a fun part of it.
It's easy to know what was on his mind, that's for sure.
I was hungry. I was really hungry.
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, it's great to be back time with Friday Night Flies. Scotty's up next, which I'm really looking forward to. What else? What else is going on? Again, congratulations to Cody Fisher. Awesome fly. We loved it. I'm sure we're gonna have another contest going soon. Like it's gonna be maybe next week. You never know. You never know.
Hey, let's show Cody Fisher's fly. Okay.
here. Okay, well, hanging with the guys that tie flies. Until next time, bang! Okay, well, hanging with the guys that tie flies. Until next time, bang!